Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever played a game where there is a special vision mode like a detective vision or a hunter vision and the entire screen changes and it can be a bit distracting? A few days ago, I was playing the new Avatars game, so I saw a new vision mode in that. It only fills the center of the screen and the rest of it is normal like this. You can see the edges are normal and only the center is highlighted like this. Through this circle, you can see a highlighted version of the world and at the edges, you can see the normal world. So here I press the E key, you can see that different characters are highlighted in different colors, and if I press E again it will go away. So this effect won't fill the entire screen, so it won't take you out of the game that much. And here you can see that the background is highlighted in an outline color like this. You can obviously change the colors and also the characters, you can see some distortion effect on them and they are highlighted in different colors, and all of this effect is created using one post-process material, so it's really easy to implement. So if I enable the effect here, you can see the elephant, but here the crocodile isn't highlighted. So if you want to highlight that, it's really easy. So if I just go here and select the crocodile, and here I can search custom and add this to custom depth path, and if I set this to 2, it will be highlighted in this color, and it will be highlighted in green color, and if I set this to 3, it will be highlighted in yellow color, or 1 for like red color. And you can obviously change these colors if you want, and you can change a lot of parameters with this also. So here on the instance I have a lot of parameters to change. So here I can change the outline color, so this one like this, and if I go here you can also see them through the wall like this, and if I go here I can change the highlight color to this color like this and change that like this. And here I can also change the ring density, so I get something like this, all this. I can change the ring color like this to get some different looks like this. I can also change the tiling of the flames, so you can get different looks like this. I can change the BG color to whatever I like. You can make it black. I can change the outline colors like that. And it's a really simple post-process material, so all you have to do is add that to the post-process material like this. And here if I press E, it will appear, and if I press E again, it will go away. So it's really simple to implement. So this is what we are going to be creating today. So if you want to download the entire project file and also support my channel, for $5 you can get this project file, and you can also get all the project files from the past 6 years from my channel for just $5. And you will also get 3 bonus vision effects with this project file. So this is the first bonus vision effect. So if I press E, you can see the effect like this, and you can see that this is similar to the effect from the Avatar game. So it kind of looks like this. So there is some colors here. So there is a softer color on the background and there is some distortion happening on the edges, and you can also see some highlights, and obviously you can change the highlight color etc in the material instance. So this is the first bonus file. So the second bonus file is this thermal vision effect. So it kind of looks like this. So you can see some thermal vision like this. So here you can see the hotter areas and the lighter areas on the elephant like this. So if I press E, it will go away, and if I press E again, it will come up like this. And it will also work on the characters. So if I press E here, you can see the hotter areas and the colder areas like this. So this is the second bonus effect. Now the third bonus effect is this one. So it is a bit more a magical effect. So it kind of looks like this, and it kind of highlights the object, and you can also see them in their normal colors. Here in the elephant, you can see that it highlights them with outlines, and you can see their normal color like this. So this is the third bonus effect, and with $5 you can download main tutorial file, these 3 bonus files, and also all the files from my previous 6 years of tutorials from my channel just for $5. And if you're already my patron, thank you very much for supporting this channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you. So to make this effect, first we will create the material. So right click, then go to materials, then I will call this m_vision, then open it up. Then here we need to change this to a post-process material domain. So we can add this to the post-process material. Now here we can type in theme texture, and here we can select post-process input 0. So this will give our normal color. So this is black here now. So if I connect this to the MC color, it will give our normal color output. Now get a radial gradient exponential and get a lerp and connect this here and connect this to the alpha and connect this to the MC color here. So here you can see that there's a white dot in the middle like this, because this radial gradient is creating a circle in the center of the screen. So if I just move it, you can see that it is kind of stretching like that. So here we can give another color. So if I just press and hold V and click, I will get this vector parameter. I can call this BG color, and we can set this color to something like this, a red color. And if I connect this to the B here, we will get an error because this is a vector 4 and this is a vector 3. So this also has the alpha channel. We can fix this error by dragging and typing mask and get component mask, then tick B also, then connect this to A. So now we have this red dot here and click apply. Now we can add this to our post-process volume. So we can go here and right click and create material instance and search post-process here, or you can drag in from here like post-process volume like this, and here search for material and go to post-process material and choose asset reference and select this and add this. So since this is a game mechanics, we can also add this to the third person character camera. Later I will show you how that is done, but for right now, for testing, we will add this to the post-process volume here like this. Now here you can see that it is stretched, so we need to fix that. So in order to fix that, we can get a node called view size, and we can get a break node so that we can break to the R and G components. So it will give the U and V gradients for the UV coordinate. And now we can simply divide the R with the G, and then we can append this. So select append vector, and so here for B we will get a 1. So here if you press and hold 1, you can get this constant value and just set the value to 1 and connect this here. So here for our U value we are giving this value, and for the Y value, that is vertical, we are just giving 1 value. So now this will fix the stretching issue, this one. So in order to fix that, we can just drag here and type in dot and get named reroute node, and we can type in view size RR. Then here we can get a UV coordinate and get a multiply and connect this here, and we can right click and type in view RR, so V size RR, then connect this to the B and connect this to the UV here. So now here you can see that we have a perfect dot like this. So here if I press play, you can see that it is positioned like this. We need to move it to the center. So there are many ways to do this, but if you want to control the position, and if you just want to control it from here to here, wherever you want to position this, we can do that by getting an append vector node and connect this to the center position, and now get a scalar parameter by pressing only S and clicking, and call it U offset and connect it here. Duplicate this and call this V offset, and for U you can give a value of 1, and for V we can give a value of 0.5 and click apply. Now if I press play, you can see that it is at the center. Also you can change this value to move the circle anywhere you want like that. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Now we can disconnect this and we can move it here and drag it and type in dot and get named reroute node, and we can call this center mask RR, and I will comment this center mask, then go here and type in RR center and connect this here. So it will give us the same effect as before and click apply. So we get something like this. Now we will change the BG color with a overlay color. So in order to do that, we can just duplicate both of these and bring it here, and here we can get a desaturation node. So this desaturation node will make the world grayscale, and we can control the desaturation by getting a scalar parameter, and we can call this desaturation and connect this to the fraction here. I will set this to 1 for now, and now we can do an overlay, blend overlay here and connect this here, and now we can drag this and type dot and click named reroute node, and we can call this vision base RR. So this will be our vision through the red circle. Now we can go here and delete this and type in vision base RR and connect this to the B here and click apply. Now our effect looks like this. So you can see the world with a reddish hue, and I can go to the instance and change the color to whatever I like this. Now we need to add a ring to this. So for that, first we need to create 2 variables here, one for the radius. So get a scalar parameter and call this radius, and we can set this value to like 0.5 and connect this here, and get another scalar parameter and call this density and set this to like 2 for now. Now in order to create the ring, go here and get a lerp and connect this here and connect this to the MC color, and now duplicate this center mask and bring it here, and here you can get a sign node and get a saturate node and connect this to the alpha. So we get a ring like this. Now we can get a vector parameter and call this ring color, and we can set this to some color we like this. So now we have a ring, and here we can go to the density and increase or decrease it to change the size of the ring like this. So this is what we want. Now we can add some distortion to the rings. So for that we need a normal texture. So for that, go to the starter content and get this water texture, this one, and bring that to the material. So in order to pan this around, we can use something called a motion four-way chaos. So for that, if you search for that, you won't get that. So in order to get that, type in normal map from height map chaos and open this up. And we can just copy this and paste it here and delete this. And here we can convert this to a texture object. So we can connect this to the texture here. And here for the UV, we can get a UV coordinate by pressing only U and clicking. Then we can get a multiply, and we can also get the RR view size that we created before. And here we can also get the RR view size so that the aspect ratios are fixed. We can also get a multiply. And now we can get another scalar parameter, and we can call this tiling, or we can call this distortion tiling. Then for now, we can set this to like 2 and connect this to the UV here. Now here we only need the R and G, so drag and type in mask, and we only need the R and G values, so we will get a red and green value. This is used for the UV because if I click this, you can see that the UV only has a R, the red value and the green value, and when they mix, you will get yellow. And here they are both 0, so it is black, and here they are both 1, so it is yellow. So we only need the R and B value for the distortion. And now we can get a multiply, and we can get a scalar parameter, and we can call this distortion amount, and we can set this to like 0.3 or something like that. And now drag and type in dot, and we can type in distortion RR, then click apply. And here we can go to the center mask, and we can bring it here like this. And now we can get an add node, and we can get our distortion and connect this here. So now you can see the distortion like this. So this is what we want. Now we can add the character highlight. So for that, we can just duplicate this. And now set this to normal, world normal, then get a Fresnel node and connect this to the normal here. So we can have a Fresnel effect on our world, on our entire world. Now here we can get a scalar parameter, and we can call this highlight power and set this to 2. And now get a multiply and get a scalar parameter and call this highlight boost and set this to 10 for now. Then here drag and type in dot, and we can name this highlight RR. So now if we go here and we can type in highlight, and if I connect this to the B here and click apply, you can see that everything is highlighted like this, and we can see a shimmering effect like this. So if you want this to go away, you can just go here and type in blend, select this and change this to before depth of field and click apply. Now we get an effect like this, so it looks really smooth. Now we want to highlight each of the characters with different colors. So in order to do that, we need something called a stencil mask. So to get that, we need to go to the project settings and here search for stencil and go to custom depth stencil path and select enabled with stencil. Now in order to highlight each of the parts separately, first I will disconnect this, and here I will call this character mask. And now, and here type in character mask and bring it here like this. Now also here we need to get the vision base. So right click and type in vision RR. So we get the vision base. Then we can get the alert, and here we can type in stencil. And for this ID we need to get a constant value and give it 1. And now connect this to the alpha. And if I connect this to the highlight RR and click apply, and if I just select this and type in custom and tick render in custom depth path and select 1, and if I set this to 0, it will be normal like this, and if I set this to 1, it will be white. So this is what we want. Now we need to add our character mask and get a multiply, and now get a vector parameter, and we can call this highlight color 1 and connect this to the B here. Now set this color to like a green one like this and click apply. Now if you look through this, you can see a green highlight like this one. And now we can just duplicate all of this and connect this here and we can set this highlight color 2 and this to like a red color and this value to like 2, and we can get this again and we can set this to like 3. So with stencil mask we can get 256 unique IDs. So we can go like this for 256 if you want. So we can highlight more and more, and for this we will set this to like highlight color 3 and we can give a yellow color here like this. Now click apply. Now you can see that if I just select this and set this to like 2, it will be red, and if I set this to like 3, it will be yellow. So you can set whatever color you want, and you can have a lot of mask like this if you want. So this is our highlight RR. So this is connected here. So now click apply. Now we can create the outlines for the world. So for that we can type in blur sample offset and get a scalar parameter, and we can call this outline size and set this value to like 1. Now get sample scene depth. I will explain how this works later. So right now just press and hold 2 and click. We get this 2 vector and connect this to the pixel offset here, and now get a multiply and connect this here and set this value to like -4. So this is a kernel value for our outline, and here just duplicate this like 4 times, and now we can connect this to pixel offset here and this here and this here and this here. Now get 2 add nodes and connect it like this and connect this like this and add both of them together again. Now add it with this multiply. So how this outline works is that it will just move the image 1 pixel to the right, 1 pixel to the left, 1 pixel to the up and 1 pixel to the down and compare them. So we can get a outline from and kind of add all of them together, and the extra bits kind of form the outline. Now get a power node. Before that we can get a saturate node. So this value is clamped between 0 and 1. And now set the power value to like 20. And now get a multiply node and set this value to like 0.5. Now drag and type in dot and get reroute node, and we can call this outline RR. Now we can comment all of this. So I will comment this outlines. This one I will comment highlight, and we can call this character mask. This one can be distortion, and this can be vision base. Now we need to add the outlines to the vision base. So go here and get a lerp and connect this to here and connect this here, and right click and type in outlines and connect this to the alpha. And here for the B we can get a vector parameter, and we can call this outline color, and we can give a really bright blue color like this and connect this here and click apply. So now you can see the outline color like this. And if we go to the material instance, we can change the parameters here. Like we can change the outline color to whatever we like. We can also change the BG color like that, make it darker. We can also change the ring color to something really bright. And now here we can change the distortion tiling like this, and if I press play we get something like this. We can also reduce the radius like this, so we get this look. So this is what we want. Here you can also change the highlight colors like that, and you can also change the highlight power like this and the highlight boost, so you can get effects like this. Now we need to darken the edge a bit. So for that we can get a multiply and get a radial gradient and connect this here and connect this to the MC color and get a constant value and set this to like 8.8 and connect this to the radius. And now if I click apply, we can also give a value of 1 for density, so it will be darker like this. And now if I press play, now you can see that the edges are a bit darker. Now we can get a lerp and connect this here and connect this here and connect this to the MC color. So when the value is 0 we get our normal color, and when the value is 1 we will get our effect. So in order to control this using blueprint, we need to bring the value from the blueprint to the post-process material. So an easy way to do that is by using a collection parameter. So go to the content browser, then right click, then go to materials, then material parameter collection, and I will call this PC vision, then open it up, then get a scalar parameter, and here we can call this alpha. And now we can go to the material and here type in collection parameter and set this value to alpha and connect this here and click apply. And now if I just increase the value, you can see the effect. So at 1 it will look like this, and at 0 it won't be visible. So as we increase the value, we also need to grow in the circle. So in order to do that, we can go to the radial gradient here, and we can get a multiply and connect this here and connect this to the radius. And now we can just copy this alpha and connect this here and click apply. Now we can grow the circle like this. So at 1 it will be fully visible, and at 0 it won't be visible. So this is what we want. Now in order to control this with a button press, we need to go to the first person character and go to the blueprint and first person character blueprint. Then here I will get a R keyboard event and get a flip flop, and now get a timeline, add timeline, and we can go to this animate alpha and connect this to play and connect this to the reverse. So we can press R once, so it will play forward, and then press R again, so it will reverse. Go here and set the length to 1 and add a float track and shift click here and set the time to 0 and the value to 0 also, and shift click here and set the time to 1 and the value to like 1. Now click this to normalize the views and select both of them and then auto curve them, so it will be a little bit smoother. Now here drag and type in set scalar parameter value and set the collection parameter to PC vision that we created, and set the parameter name to alpha and connect this to the parameter value. Now click compile, and if I just press play and press R, you can see our effect is coming up and going like this. So now we have our effect like this working. So one more thing you can do here is that if I select the post process and select material here, so we are just adding it to the material, and when we set the alpha to 0, this rendering on the background won't go away. So if you want to prevent it from rendering while we don't need them, we can add this to the camera also. So we can go to the first person camera, and here we can type in material, and here you can also add the post process material like here, and add and remove this. I will leave a link in the description below with a more detailed tutorial on how to add and remove post-process material to the camera using Blueprint, so that you can just drag in the first person camera and set the material here, this material instance, and you can add and remove them with the button press also. There will be a link in the description for that. Now few more improvements we can do here is that we can go here and we can type in hue, shift, and we can connect this to the texture, and we can connect this to B and get a scalar parameter, and we can type in hue, so we can change the overall color without having to individually change all the colors. Another thing we can do is that we can go to the normal here and get a texture coordinate and get an add node and get the distort RR. Then we can multiply this by 0.3 or something like that and connect this here and connect this to the UV and click apply. And now if I just press play and press R, you can see that the neural map is kind of shimmering like this. So you can set all the colors in the highlight here and all the other parameters also. So I can also change the hue here like this to get a different effect. So I have a different color scheme right now. So you can play around with all of these values to get different looks. So if I just set this to 1, I can change the hue like this. I can also change the desaturation to 0. So I will get a different look. I can change the outline size like this. I can change the offset, so I can move this around like this. Here I can also change the highlight colors to whatever I like. So if I set the hue to 0, I can change the highlight color to whatever I like this. And I can also change the BG like this. And by controlling the density here, I can control the size like this. So I think that's it for the tutorial, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And if you want to support my channel, you can get this project file and all my other project files for just $5 from there. The links will be in the description below. And if you're already my supporter, thank you very much for supporting me there. And thank you very much for watching this tutorial. See you on the next one. Thank you.